start list. And skiers to watch out for. Well, the defending Paralympic champion is not taking part, so there will be a new one. But Vincent Gauthier-Manuel, the reigning Para-World champion, leads the way. Can Alexey Bugaev get amongst the medals once more? The fastest 15 in reverse order from the first run, and then it's competitors 16 through to 35 after the medals have been decided. The Spanish technicians at the top enjoying themselves, and the Japan team as well looking to challenge on this second run. Vincent Gauthier-Manuel of France was a bronze medalist in Vancouver, but that is Gauthier-Manuel who will get us underway very shortly. Here we go then, the second run, the medal run of the men's giant slalom in the standing competition is underway, and it's Gauthier-Manuel of Japan, the first skier out of the gate, 15th quickest from the first run. Let's have a look at this second GS run, the pattern of gates set by Jordi Carbonell-Palou of Spain, and less turning gates than run one as he comes over Bear's Brow, then onto this flatter section between the Bear's Brow jump and the lake jump. The lake jump is the hardest part of this track, although there is a big rut forming on that red gate. Let's have a look at this pitch. Some big holes as well. Got to stay high in the line to keep out of the bumps, and Goike is hanging in there. Well, emergency turns, it kills the speed as it flattens out, and that will harm him. 2:08.08 is the first split time. There are 7 classes in this standing classification, and Gauthier-Manuel skiing the LW682 class, which is for skiers that have an impairment in one arm, and skiers will compete with one ski pole only. Giant slalom, the most difficult of all the Alpine disciplines, and Goike sets the time at 2:38.07. Yeah, nearly every skier will start skiing giant slalom, so this is the discipline they race the most. As I say, the hardest discipline to master. Very rarely, if ever, do you ski a perfect giant slalom race. Now, this is Kirk Schornstein of Canada, 14th quickest after the first run, and his advantage over our leader Goike at the top. It's 0.22 of a second, and it's on the wrong way for the young Canadian, 20 years of age. Inside of the finish, 2:38.07 is the time to beat, but he was 2 seconds down at the first time check, and he is 2.9 seconds down at the bottom. Goes into second place. Next out of the start hut is Masahiko Tokai of Japan. It should have been James Stanton of the United States, but he's a non-starter. So Tokai, who has an advantage of 0.88 over his compatriot Goike at the top, finds himself up still, but by half that much, 0.42. Silver medalist from the Winter Games, Paralympic Winter Games in Torino in 2006. Skiing in the LW3 class, and this sport class is for athletes who have a moderate impairment in both legs. They will ski with 2 skis and prosthetics. Some LW3 skiers have mild coordination problems, as Tokai goes second, 500ths behind his compatriot Goike. And Goike had big errors on the lake jump pitch as well, didn't he? Japan continued to come. Toshihiro Abe in his, his fifth Paralympic Games, 92 in Albertville, and everyone since then. And his advantage at the top was 1.19, and his advantage now is 1.5. So good skiing from the 42-year-old. Well, the bottom part of this piece slightly different to the one ski for downhill and Super G and the second run of Super combined. Veers off to the left and avoids the deer jump as we have a new leader by almost 1 3/4 seconds. Toshihiro Abe in Japan are 1-2-3 at the moment. Sadly, they can't stop the clock, but the 42-year-old leads the way. Romain Ribou, LW92 class, and skiers in this sport class have an impairment that affects arms and legs. Some skiers in this class have coordination problems such as spasticity. Now, Ribou, silver in the giant slalom at Salt Lake, had an advantage at the top of half a second. He's now 0.62 the wrong side of the clock. Now in the downhill they went straight on. Now they veer off to the left-hand side and come through this part of the wood that was cleared for the men's giant slalom in the Olympics, and I'm glad to see that the organisers of these Winter Paralympic Games have decided to follow the same route. It makes for much better giant slalom. The deer jump finish is very, very steep and would be incredibly difficult to ski. Ribou goes second, lost a lot of time from top to bottom, nearly 1.8 seconds. Number 35 is Martin Wirtz of Austria in his first Winter Paralympic Games. A 21-year-old in all sorts of trouble on the lake jump pitch, and gets it back together and will find himself down by 0.21, having had 0.61 at the top. Oh, is that his goggles that have come off? No, well, I'm not sure what's been detached from something. Something's been detached from somewhere. We don't know what, as Wirtz continues on his way, and 2:36.33 the time to beat. Will he get inside it? No, just outside by 0.38, goes second. And Toshihiro Abe sees off another one from 11th. He's into the top 10. Now, Alexander Vetrov has 2.33 seconds on our leader at the top. Vetrov skiing in the LW573 class. It's close to that blue gate. He's running late in the line. Oh, just makes it inside the blue gate, but misses the red. And Vetrov puts his head in his hands. He can't believe he's messed that up. Well, huge disappointment for the youngster. But if you start getting late in the line, it compounds itself with every gate that passes, and it's almost impossible to pull back, and it is the case here. Now, Michael Brugger of Switzerland, the next to go, skiing in the LW4 class, which is similar to skiers in the sport class LW2. Except LW4 skiers have an impairment in one leg only, but with less activity limitation. The typical examples are below the knee amputation in one leg, and Brugger is down as well on the lake jump pitch. And have another look, got a little sideways. Well, got caught on the inside ski, got just too hot on the blue gate, and loses the ski as he goes into the soft stuff at the side. So a non-finish for Brugger, and Switzerland's disappointing Winter Paralympic Games continues. Kotaro Yamazaki in a relaxed mood at the top of the run. technician, putting the final touches to the ski. Oh, Slovakian coach with a very patriotic haircut. Martin France there, number 30, just doing his warm-up, and Bugaev just getting his ski given back to him. And once he is out of the racing line, then we can restart proceedings. So 30 seconds before Martin France of Slovakia gets his second run underway. His best Winter Paralympic giant slalom finish was 4th in Torino in 2006. France skiing in the LW91 class, which is for skiers that have an impairment that affects arms and legs. Some skiers in this class have coordination problems such as spasticity or some loss of control over one side of their body, and depending on their abilities will ski with 1 or 2 skis and 1 or 2 poles. Now, Martin France, who did a good job in the super combined on day 7 of competition in Sochi. What can you do on giant slalom day? Very icy on this leg jump pitch, and a good job from France. 2:06.58. His advantage at the top was 2.8, and at the next check he's taken a full second out of our current leader, Toshihiro Ebert. And France 6th after the first run. He's not going to finish any worse than that if he makes it to the bottom. Another fine performance from the 29-year-old Slovakian. France inside of the finish, 2:36.33, must be beaten. Oh, it's going to be comfortably beaten by 4.67. We have a new best time of 2:31.66, and he'll enjoy that. Thomas Phil of Switzerland now, a bronze medalist from giant slalom in 06, silver from the Worlds in 2011. You can hear him chatting to himself all the way down. He had an advantage of 0.43 at the top. He still got the green light, but by only 0.15 of a second. And I've got a feeling there are a few line errors on the top there, which might cost him speed on this bottom part. But Phil skiing in the LW92 class, similar to Martin France. Our leader at 2:31.66. And Phil, did those line errors cost him? Yeah, yes they did. 0.16 the wrong side of the clock. So Martin France, with 4 to come, can finish no worse than 5th. And Toshihiro is now down in 3rd place. So Australia and Mitchell Gauthier, the next to go. Now this is where it gets really exciting. Gauthier has a disadvantage over Bugaev in bronze medal of just 1/100th of a second, so he needs to ski this quickly, he needs to ski it direct, and there was a little error over the bear's brow, but he's got it back together again on this flatter section. This is where it's going to have to count. Gauthier and Bugaev in the same class, the LW682, and Gauthier a little late onto the red gate, jumps into the blue. Oh, he's in all sorts of trouble. That will have shaved off speed. He'll still have the green light by 2 seconds, but at the top it was 2.58, so he's lost half a second there. And I think that error on the bottom of the lake jump has just cost him a medal, unless Bugaev, Salcher or Gauthier-Manuel ski out. And again, getting late in the line. Oh, he's gone through that gate. And he takes it in the face. Well, late in the line, and sadly for Mitchell Gauthier, he is down and out. Let's hope he's okay. Well, he's up. That's the main thing. He was getting late in the line. He was very late there, and then struggling to get back. And oh, dearie me, that is going to hurt. Let's hope he took that across the chest and rather across the neck. Just missed out in the super combined, was fourth. And he's going to miss out here. So Martin France still leads the way with 3 to come. Bugaev, Salcher and Gauthier-Manuel. Can France hang on and pick up a medal, a first Winter Paralympic medal, or will he equal his best finish in giant slalom of 4th from the Turin Games? The later runners in this standing category just warming up, but we've got the fastest 3 to come, and Alexey Bugaev has an advantage of 2.59 over Martin France at the top. Real disappointment for the Australian camp and Mitchell Gourlay. He sits, we wait. There is Alexey Bugaev's fan club family. And the wrong way round. Thomas Phil should be on the other side if he's in second place, but there you go. Right, here we go then. Alexey Bugaev, the 3rd quickest after the first run, skiing in the LW682 class. 1:16.15 his first run time. His advantage over Martin France of Slovakia, our leader at the top, 2.59. This second run, some 5-6 seconds quicker than the first. So Bugaev, who is a very quick skier anyway, should fly down this track. It's just a matter of whether or not he pushes too much, especially on this late jump pitch. For 16 years of age, he is the pin-up poster boy of these Russian Winter Paralympics in Alpine skiing, at least, because he has won a medal in every category, and he's in danger here, but he recovers beautifully. Wonderful skiing from Bugaev, and he's extended his lead to 3.3 from 2.59. Bugaev looking to put the pressure on Markus Salcher and Vincent Gauthier-Manuel. We're still to start. He's going to lead here. Perfect in the line. Oh, well, no, he's a little late. Oh dear, well, now how much time has that shaved off? Not enough. He still will lead by 3.79, but it would have been a lot more had he not had that error on the relatively flat section of the finish. And it's a bronze for him, at least. Martin France down into silver. Sochi now down into 4th, and Bugaev, well, he'll be happy with the bronze when the dust settles, but he knows that he could have put some real pressure on this man, Markus Salcher of Austria. Salcher, who did the speed double in the downhill and Super G, on his way, skiing in the LW91 class. His advantage over Bugaev at the top, just 0.2 of a second. Now, how can Salcher deal with this late jump pitch? Got to set high in the line. I'm not sure that blue gate is high enough. We'll see how it translates down the pitch. He's getting bounced around all over the place, but he's doing a good job. Yeah, good job from Salcher. And, well, he's lost just 3/100ths of a second off his advantage. And remember, Bugaev had a big mistake about 4 gates from home when he was absolutely motoring Salcher into this final pattern of gates. The last 2 skiers have got this gate wrong. Salcher does nothing of the sort, and 2:27.87 will be beaten, I'm sure, or will it? No, it's not. Salcher, a quarter a second, the wrong side of the clock, and Bugaev will win another silver. Well, Salcher, I'm not sure where he lost time in the bottom. Now, Vincent Gauthier-Manuel, he was by far and away the best skier in the first run, 1.43 seconds faster than Bugaev. Gauthier-Manuel skiing the LW 682 class, which is the same as Bugaev. Oh, there's that big hole. And, well... Oh, dearie me, big mistake, gets on the inside ski. Gauthier-Manuel on the edge now. How much of this time has he lost? 1:59.48, 1.7. Well, he's gained just under 3/10, but you never know if the errors on that steep section are going to cost him here, and he's late in the line onto that blue gate, but gets it back. These innocuous looking turns at the bottom have caused some problems for Mitchell Gourlay and Alexey Bugaev. Will they cause problems for Gauthier-Manuel? Now, 2:27.87, he's lost his pole, it doesn't matter. He leads, he wins by 2 seconds. Vincent Gauthier-Manuel wins the giant slalom despite hitting the gate and losing his pole. So Martin Falk of Austria, the 16th fastest after the first run. He was 8 seconds off the pace of Vincent Gauthier-Manuel. He's lost more time, but this is all about now trying to get inside the top 10 if he can. That's a time of 2:38.12. That's a difference of 5 seconds from Gauthier-Manuel, so it might be a little much actually for the rest of these skiers. So it's top 15 up for grabs here in the Winter Paralympics. And Kurt Schornstein, 2:40.97, currently in 11th place. And Falk gets inside him by 0.77 of a second. Robin Kusch of Switzerland, just 15 years of age, 17th quickest after run 1. He is the nephew of the famous Didier Kusch, arguably one of the best, if not the best, downhill skier that Switzerland have ever produced. And his nephew, he's in the LW92 class. For skiers that have impairment that affects arms and legs. Some skiers in this class have coordination problems such as spasticity, or some loss of control over one side of their body. Now, can he finish inside the top 12? 2:40.97 is the time he needs to beat. He has beaten it, 12. This is Ralph Green of the United States of America, the first African-American to represent the United States Paralympic, Para-Alpine ski team. Now, his advantage or disadvantage over Kusch, because we're now going in ascending order, so each skier from now on is slower than the previous one. And he was 9/10 slower than Kusch at the top of the hill. And Green looking to be the time of 2:40.97, which is out of Kurt Schornstein in 13th place. He hasn't done that, so Green will go into 14th place. And a time of a combined time of 2 minutes 44.87 seconds. Christophe Brodin of Switzerland, the next to go. 10th at the Power World Championships in 2013. It's not going to be as high as that today. 15.93 off the pace. And Green at that stage was 15.09, so fairly close. But was 4/10 back at the top of the mountain, so it's actually gained a little time on Green. Can he find a bit more time on these bottom turns to finish 14th and push Green back into 15th? Green's time is 2:44.87. No, he goes 15th. And finishes 1.27 behind Ralph Green, but well done for Christophe Brodard. Now, James Whitley of Great Britain in the LW573 class. Just 3/100ths of a second slower than Christophe Brodard of Switzerland, the skier before him. He is 14.16 off the pace there, and that's almost 2 seconds inside the time of Brodard at that point in the second run. So a good run here from James Whitley of Great Britain. Top 15 spot beckons. 2:46.14 the time of Brodard, 2:44.87 the time of Green. And Whitley could get inside Green, he does. Goes 2:42.78 into 14th place after the second run. 20th quickest on run 1, 13th quickest on run 2. Now Christian Lantala of Italy in the LW2 class, the first LW2 class skier we've seen in this second run, and skiers in this class have a significant impairment in one leg. Some skiers, for example, have an impaired leg from birth, and they ski with one ski only in the second in a run, with the 2 outriggers on the end of their poles. Now, Lantala, he, compared to Brodard, who is currently in 16th place, is 6/10 down, or 6/10 slower on the first run. But can he get inside 2:46.14? It's going to be close, but he should be able to. He is inside it. He is 15th, in front of Ralph Green as well. So good skiing from Lantala. From 21st to 15th overall at the moment. Marco Zanotti, who was 11.49 down at the top, is lost another 4 seconds, just under. Now his time compared to others that have gone before was 1.6 seconds slower than Ralph Green. So can he make up that time on this bottom section? Green's time 2:44.87. No, and Zanotti does get in front of Christophe Brodard by 0.65 of a second. Bugaev of Chile, 26 years of age, skiing in the LW4 class now. Miguel's first run time 1:26.41. And that is near enough, and it's exactly 2 seconds slower than Brodard. So can Migueles find that time into this closing pattern of gates? Just sliding 1 or 2 of his turns, which will shave time off because it's killing the speed. And now he gets the carve back and gets a nice line on that blue-red combination. Now Brodard's time 2:46.14. He's outside it. Migueles stops the clock 2:48.8. Goes into 19th spot. Roethlisberger 0.26 slower than Migueles on the first run. Can he find that time on run 2? down this steep section of the lake jump. Roethlisberger, 19.3 down at that point. So he's second slower than Bugaev in front of him. Roethlisberger, first Winter Paralympic Games at the age of 24, skiing the LW 571 class, stops the clock in a time of 2:48.63, and he does just get above Bugaev by 0.2 of a second, 1700ths in fact. Mads Andreasen now of Norway, when he started para-skiing competition 3 years ago. And at the first time he's 18.79 down. So quicker than Roethlisberger at that point, but Roethlisberger skied the bottom part very nicely indeed to find up a lot of time. If Andreasen can find that sort of line and pace, and he could make up 1 or 2 spots. So Roethlisberger 2:48.63, Bugaev 2:48.8, Andreasen 2:48.92. Goes in the 21st place, just 1200ths slower than Jorge Bugaev. And Jörg Lachner of Italy in the LW92 class. '15th and 18th with 2 giant slalom results. Whoa! Going very quickly now, he's missed the gate, missed that red gate. And Lachner is out of the giant slalom. Now what happened here? Oh, just got bounced there. Oh, dearie me. Oh, he's off the racing line, makes that blue gate. No, he missed the red gate prior to that. But as we said previously, if you start getting late in the line, it compounds itself with every gate that passes, unless you somehow manage to get it back on. And the only way you can usually do that is by taking a lot of speed off. Jasper Balkan of Belgium now, LW91 class. This he's using as experience. His aim is to try and medal in Pyeongchang in 2018. He's 21 years of age, so there's plenty of time to get the experience under his belt. And getting bounced around on this very tricky late jump pitch. 21.94, 2:19.72. Andreasen currently in 21st place. Balkan is 1.3 seconds slower at the top than Andreasen, so he'll have to ski this bottom part very nicely indeed if he's going to overtake the Norwegian, who has a time of 2:48.92. Well, Balkan hasn't beaten that, but he will stop the clock and finish in his first Winter Paralympics in a time of 2:52.87. That's at 22nd place for the young Belgian skier. Andrzej Szczesny of Poland, the next to go in the LW2 class. He was 0.4 of a second slower than Jasper Balkan. Can he find up some time on this second run? His second Winter Paralympic Games. 19th in the 25th, sorry, in Vancouver, 19th at the Worlds in La Molina last year. And Szczesny looking to beat 2:52.87, which would give him a place. He's done it. He goes into 22nd and he pushes Jasper Balkan down. 7 remain, the first of whom is Fukutaro Yamazaki of Japan, skiing in the LW92 class. It's over 2 seconds slower than Szczesny. 2.3 seconds slower than Balkan on the first run. So a big ask to get inside the top 23 for Yamazaki. He'll be around as he continues Alpine skiing at the next games, and the time then of Balkan 2:52.87. No, he goes 24. But delighted to get to the bottom of a very difficult giant slalom set of gates. Now Joel Hunt of the United States, who had 2 bashes at the first run, he got stopped just before the late jump first time round because of a fall to his one of his teammates. This time round he's going to get the runaway first time. He was half a second slower than Yamazaki at the top, Joel Hunt. How can he do on the second half of this run? Yamazaki's time 2:59.03. Joel Hunt to get inside that. He does. 2:58.33. Goes 24th place. Tyler Carter now of the United States, the LW4 class. And he was over 2 seconds slower than Yamazaki, and he's 28.72 down there. So a second outside the pace of Yamazaki, and he's encouraging himself all the way down. Carter, who is only skiing the giant slalom here in Sochi, looking to get inside the time of 2:59.03. That is the Fukutaro Yamazaki. And it's going to come and go, is it? Yeah, it is. 3 minutes, 0.14. Goes into 26th place. He's got to the bottom of his first Winter Paralympic run. Carlos Javier Codino Tomates of Argentina. He was 0.34 slower than Tyler Carter on the first run. 27.41 down there. Carter was 28.72, so he's a second inside the time of Carter. Taking into account the 3/10, so he's about 0.7 up. And Codino Tomates looking to take away 26th place from Tyler Carter, which he should do comfortably. In fact, he's taken them a couple of places. Goes 25th above Yamazaki and Carter. Good second run from Codino Tomates. Mehmet Çekiç of Turkey in the LW4 class in the standing category. His first major championship skiing, both slalom and giant slalom, so this is second event. The flag bearer for his country at the opening ceremony, 36.34. That's the biggest time gap we've seen at the intermediate time check. 44 years of age, Çekiç. 2 more to come after him. And Çekiç will slot into 28th place. And we'll get a top 30 finish. Hey, 3:09.73. He enjoyed that, and congratulations to him. Now, Yugoslav Milosevic in the LW 681 class. He was 2.6 seconds slower than Mehmet Cekic on the first run. It was time for him to beat 309.73. He's not going to do that. He's 45.43 off the pace of Gauthier-Manuel, but Cekic only 36 seconds off the pace, so Milosevic looking to ski into 29th or 30th place. In fact, it will be 29th because Senad Turkovic, the last to go, was at some 18 seconds slower than Milosevic on the first run. So Milosevic will finish in 29th place. Congratulations to him. The top 30's finish. The time is 3:22.36. And that was 10 seconds slower than Cekic. Here we go then. Senad Turkovic of Bosnia-Herzegovina, the final man to ski the second run of the men's giant slalom standing category. 45 years of age. Another skier who's racing in his first Winter Paralympic Games. He's over a minute off the pace of our winner, who is Vincent Gauthier-Manuel. Inside. And if he finished now, oh, he's missed the blue gate, is he? Yeah, he has. He's got his line horribly wrong, and he's out inside of the finish. A disappointment for Turkovic. He doesn't finish, but he will get a round of applause and a big cheer when he makes it into the finish area, I'm sure. There it is. Let's have a look here. Wow. Also thought he couldn't make it across to that blue control gate on the left of the piece. So, there you have it. 49 started, 29 finished. The men's giant slalom standing category has come to an end, and here are the standings after that second run. Vincent Gauthier-Manuel of France wins by 2 seconds from Alexey Bugaev of Russia, a 5th medal for the Russian at these games. Markus Salcher takes the bronze. Martin France and misses out. He is in 4th. Thomas Phil, well, that's probably Switzerland's best finish of these games. And just looking through there, some good results for the likes of Robin Kusch, Kirk Schornstein and James Whitley. The young brigade finishing 12th, 13th and 14th.